What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SnowyKurama, and I am your coach of the Season 5 Chicago White Sox for the World Pokemon Federation, WPF, if you don't like all those words. And it wouldn't be a SnowyKurama video if we were not late as shit with the production. So, yeah, this is week 5 of Season 5. Pretty cool. And we're playing the team name Guangzhou Gigazards, I think. I don't really know how to say it. I just know that the words are pretty interesting, to say the least. And their coach, Liucifer. So if you guys are hyped and excited for this week of the WPF, as it is really late and we're now in a different week, I guess press that like, hit that subscribe, just for the trying. And let's get into the goddamn team. So right here is Lucifer's draft. We have Aegislash, Cinderace, Weezing, Gallarform, Obstagoon, Druddigon, Poliwrath, Deoxys Defense, Vikavolt, Vileplume, Landorus, and Cramorant. As you can see, his draft is pretty dang scary. Aegislash could pretty much do whatever the hell it wants. Cinderace, as you've seen on the channel, can do lots of nice things as well. It's not Libero, thankfully, so we don't have to worry about that. Weezing's a nice poison fairy type, very bulky. He's got the Gooner, the big old Gooner. And this is post DLC, so Poliwrath is actually good. I believe it gets, I want to say close combat, liquidation, and some other moves. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but it definitely makes Poliwrath a bigger threat than it used to be. Deoxys Defense is here for the hazards. It's really good at that, apparently. I didn't know shit about it beforehand. I just look kind of like a Crispy McRibs type null. I was like, what the hell is this thing? I've never seen it used at all. And then you got your webs, Vileplume. We've seen Vileplume on the channel. Landorus is crazy. If it cannot be Sheer Force, thankfully. And Cramorant looks like it's fun. So it's a lot to prep for. And yeah, let's see how well we did. Let's see how well we did. Where is it? I just completely backed out of everything. Week 5. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. We have Pony Island, our Keldeo here. We have a lefty set with Calm Mind and moves. We have Surf for his fire weaknesses, water weaknesses like Cinderace and others. Also, it's better to have, we don't really need the Hydro Pump damage thanks to Calm Mind. And just Keldeo's amazing special attack stat. Secret Sword is here for the, damn, I should really remember my opponent's team after I go through it, huh? What would that be for? It's also been a while. Oh yeah, Obstagoon is here, and that looks to be it. Plus Secret Sword is a nice stab to have, very safe thing to go for, assuming no Aegislash. Air Slash is here so we can potentially flinch some stuff down. He's also got a flying weakness on this team, I'm sure. Vikavolt and Vileplume would not like Air Slashes too well, at least with some chip on them. And then up next, we decided to bring the choice Banded Melmetal. We got Double Iron Bash because, of course, we have it. Rock Slide is here because he's got a Cramorant and other rock weaknesses of the like Cinderace and whatnot. Also some, well, you can't really flinch, but, you know, rock moves really good. Thunder Punch also here for the electric weaknesses, like Cramorant would not like that even more than Rock Slide, I believe. Also, Vikavolt is here for that Rock Slide. And then our last move, I want to say, I don't remember what it is, Earthquake, because ground move is really good, coupled with a Double Iron Bash. Also does a lot to Cinderace if we don't want to miss on the switch and whatnot. This thing does a lot of damage. Max attack, banded, what more could you want? We have Sir Mix-a-Lot, our Sandaconda here, because his Sandaconda don't. We have Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Glare, and Stone Edge, the max defense set that I seem to be bringing quite a few times as of late. This thing is here to do its thing that it usually likes to do, glare things, set up some rocks, hit with some stab, and then some stone edge because of flyers that would come in on earthquake with ease. Gotta be prepped for that. Next we have just a scarfed Hydreigon. Here we have enough speed to outspeed something. This outspeeds something. What is it? I think there is something on this team that was actually worth outspeeding at that range. It's might be Obstagoon? I believe so. I think Obstagoon is the only thing on this team that I could see being scarfed that was worth trying to outspeed with Hydreigon, because everything else just outspeeds it that much more. So we have lots of coverage moves on here. Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, nice stab combination. Fire Blast is here for probably, if I were to remember, Aegis Slash definitely, although Dark Pulse does that job well enough. There's also the Vikavolt and Flash Cannon here for Wheezing. Also Vileplume, gotta remember Vileplume. And then the last member is just your, nope, we have this thing here. We have Heavy Duty Boots, Parting Shot, Darkest Lair, Flare Blitz, and Iron Head. Super HP invested, and we have enough speed in there for, I couldn't tell you. Something that reaches 157 min, probably. What is it? It's most likely, I think we crept the Wheezing maybe, because we have the same speed. So we crept that speed creep. We probably should have crept the Poliwrath, but no, that would have been way too much speed, because it doesn't stay. Also, creeping the Aegis Slash, because I think it's base 60. Yep, that's right as well. So yeah, we crept enough for that, and then we just tossed the rest of it into HP and attack. And Iron Head, of course, for the Fairy type Galarian Wheezing, Flare Blitz for the Steel types and Grass types, and then Darkest Lariat also for Aegis Slash and other mons that wouldn't like a Darkest Lariat. I know, very in depth, very in depth. Last but not least, we have our standard Blissey. We have a Wish Protect, Toxic, Seismic Toss. We are here to go ahead and send wishes to Melmetal and possibly Hydreigon and anybody else that would need a wish, primarily Melmetal. And then Toxic to whittle things down, and Seismic Toss as our main hitting move, so that we're not just taunted into something. This thing doesn't really like Aegis Slash well, but that's fine, I guess. So with all of that being said, let's toss ourselves right into the battle. Alright, so here we are. We have Poliwrath, Landorus, Vileplume, Deoxys, Wheezing, and Cramorant. Things are escaping my mind. I went on a run earlier today, and it messed me up. That's what happens when you don't do it after a while, folks. So, looking at his team, he does not like the electric move, although there's a Landorus. He doesn't bring Aegis Slash, which I thought was interesting. Maybe he, maybe that was between Melmetal, Incineroar, and Sandaconda, that might have been enough to not bring that as well as Hydreigon. So, honestly, it does look like Melmetal's Thunder Punch does a lot here. I think we led off either Blissey or Incineroar, because I was like, I don't know what to do. Let's just Parting Shot out of here and see where we go from there. He goes Cramorant, we go Incineroar. Not the best, of course. And I was just fearing the max speed, so I think I just regular switch. But I think this turns out that this thing was a bulky set meant to take on Blissey, which we just go into because when in doubt, special attacker. He sets up a sub, which I thought was pretty interesting. He whirlpools us so that we stay in. Seismic Toss, we're just trying to get rid of the sub. I calced it out. Seismic Toss did like 27 min or something like that. So that was an easy easy way to get rid of it. He goes ahead and dives so he can get his Arrokuda / Pikachu, whichever one he would get. And then he comes up. I would think, yeah, I go Wish just so I can get back some HP because I don't want to lose too much from this Whirlpool chip. He goes out to Weezing. I just Seismic Toss here for some damage. Does some nice 30. We see his item. We go out into our Sandaconda, I think, to set up rocks. I think. Cramorant comes out here. I glare it. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that the Weezing didn't do anything to us. So we ended up glaring the Cramorant, which is also pretty nice because it's pretty speedy compared to the team that I brought. He Feather Dances here, which, damn, this dude just had the whole tech. I don't know what Feather Dance does in accordance to Blissey. It's probably more so for Melmetal, but it's here. He goes out to Poliwrath, I think. No, I just go out to Blissey, which really sucks to have to do because I mentioned again that this thing has a crazy moveset now that makes it a whole lot better. And I'm here with my my base 10 defense stat Blissey. So I just protect because I didn't know what the hell he wanted to do. He Drain Punches here, which would have probably killed. I think... Okay, I go out here to Keldeo because I don't think Drain Punch did a whole lot to me on the calc. So there's that. He goes out into his Deoxys. I believe I just, yeah, I Air Slashed because I had the move. So why not? Now this thing is in here to sort of get up hazards, which is really rough because I don't think I didn't bring any hazard removal on this team at all against a freaking Deoxys. So that was some rough shit. I Parting Shot here off so that we could lower some stats on the Deoxys and get on out of there. Also, just in case the switch, because I think my Darkest Valeria actually either killed it or would kill it or either came close. So now Landorus is in here with lowered stats, which is really nice. We use Fire Blast so that I can just go ahead and I thought that it would kill, but Fire Blast only does 17%, which tells me this thing's Spadef, of course. He U-turns out of here. It's probably made for our Hydreigon, to be honest. We go out to Melmetal so that we can proceed to Thunder Punch here. Punch does quite a bit. Thunder Punch does nothing. And this was really this was quite the downer for me. I couldn't think of a word. I was tilted at this point because I had this big old Melmetal and just got taken down by counter, something that I didn't honestly think I would see considering the new moveset. But that's draft. I bring out Keldeo here to try to take out the rest of its HP. I Secret Sword here because I thought they would be the safest bet. We see this thing come out. Air Slash would have been better. But we go out to our Blissey because I didn't know what else to do, really. A lot of my turns was, oh shit, what do I do? Because I didn't really know what a lot of his team did. So I just Seismic Toss, I guess. I'm trying really hard to think of what I did and why, but this was a good 2 weeks ago. I'm sure this is to hit him with the Dark move. Yeah, Darkest Lariat does a lot here, but he'll just outspeed me, so I just went Hydreigon in case of the Earth power, which you see there. I Draco here, trying to take out as much as I could. The U-turn does a lot to me. Goes out into the Weezing. I am locked into Draco, unfortunately, so I just go with the Blissey, who keeps getting lootled away and T-spiked. And here's the Scythe Wave, which is a little annoying because of the random amount of HP that it can take away. I go out into my Incineroar to probably Iron Head. No, I Flare Blast, probably because I didn't know what the hell else it would come out. Maybe if it even did more than Iron Head, I don't really remember. Kolagon comes out here, really low HP stat. We see Cramorant. We Flash Cannon here because, you know, Steel. Can't really afford to Well, actually, I probably should have been making predictions left and right anyway, because it looked like I was going to lose. My team is constantly being whittled away by the rocks and the T-spikes that I can't get rid of. Moonblast goes ahead and takes care of my Keldeo. We got Sandaconda to try to glare, probably. Yep. He strength saps us so that we do less, and he gets more. We shed skin. Yeah. This is really just a big ol' attempt to try, and that was also an icing on the cake. All my glares are gone now because of this freaking aromatherapy, so in my opinion, the only thing that I could have done better is better prep, bring defog instead of not, and maybe not try to do Banded Melmetal. Even though that's the set that I was super excited to bring in this entire draft. So yeah, just there's a lucky pair there, not like it mattered too much because of the Whirlpool. And that pretty much solidifies it because Eggies is at low health, dies to poison pretty much next turn. We got one, which was very generous, I guess. And then Kolagon will just die on entry, which is very unfortunate. There it is. And that's week 5. I don't have a lot to say for myself here. This was another low point for me. I think I didn't do a lot of... I don't know if I didn't have a lot of time to prep, or if I just straight up didn't know what to do when it came to prepping for this week. It was one of the two, and there is some nice sets on Lucifer's team, like this Cramorant was pretty cool. You had your Hazard Setter, you had your freaking counter thing here, which honestly that was probably the biggest way to deal with the Melmetal, or at least the most reliable way, considering that I wouldn't stay in on a Landorus or something. So yeah, great game to Liucifer. Good job on the win. The next week is against Ipswich Infernapes, I think is their team name, and it's Ollie Boy is who I'm playing. I guess I should do some research before I do these videos, huh? Why change up the formula now, though? Am I right, boys? Anyway, that is the week 5 match. We are now 2-3. Kind of sucks. Very much sucks. But I mean, we have a couple more weeks to go. We can even just play for fun. Playoffs isn't exactly in the scope, I don't believe. But we're here to learn. We're here to do some nice battling and see some other team members that, or yeah, team members on my opponent's team that I might want to draft in the future. But like this video if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new here and you want some more SnowyKurama goodness, some more draft stuff, maybe some other things, we'll have to see. And with all of that being said and more, this has been your boy SnowyKurama. See you in the next video. Goodbye.